Hey guys, hope you are doing well. Let's make a simple and easy but similar recreation of this song together and learn the fundamental techniques. I start off with a kick, amazing kick from DJ Snake, which is sampled from his song. A powerful kick, great for tech house genres because of the beautiful tail that it has. And this kick has a dual character, which is also suitable for these new tech house genres. And we can fill the high end with cymbals and claps and percussions. And it is an amazing choice for this genre. Next, let's get to claps. And guys, the interesting thing about these remakes and song breakdowns that I'm showing you is that I'm using very simple samples that everyone has access to. These claps are from Kashmir Sample Pack, volume number 3, the clap classic number 8, a very simple clap. Let's take a listen to it. Easy clap. And with a little bit of processing, you can achieve the high quality and professional music that you see in Beatport Top 10 and the Spotify top playlists. They are easy. They are very easy to recreate. Next, as you know, I have cut the low end of the clap. And after that, this technique that you see always in all of my projects, I increase the attack and I lower the sustain, and this makes the drums shorter and makes them pop out and gives you a very clean and easy song to mix after processing. Yeah, very easy. Let's take a listen. What does this transient master is doing to the claps? I turn it off. This is weak and a little bit in the background, and with this transient master, I'm bringing the clap forward and I'm making it shorter, and it is making it amazing. Very easy. And next, which I have showed you a few times, I have boosted this area, and to make it easy, guys, with this one, this band right here, usually I increase the 4K area, maybe 3K or a little bit lower. By doing this, I'm again bringing my most important samples a little bit forward in the mix, and it makes them sound more professional. Of course, it depends on the samples, but this is a pattern that it is repeating itself in a lot of my projects. I turn this off, I turn it on. Now we have a very powerful clap, and that's it. Next, guys, this is this interesting percussion. Let's take a listen to the solo of it without any processing. First, I show you the processing, and then I show you how I made this very easy but very powerful at the same time for this kind of tech house genre. First, I start with room reverb for this percussion, dry wet channel, and as you've seen in my other tutorials, I cut the low end, I cut the high end before and after the reverb, and the reverb is just a simple preset from Reverb. This is room reverb, and it sounds amazing. Woo! Amazing. I turn the reverb off. The tail is very important. The tail is not that long, but it is making it sound natural and pleasant to listen to. You see, all the cuts are making my ears hurt, but when the reverb is turned on, it's making it amazing. And after that, as you might have guessed, I'm increasing a little bit of attack. The sustain is okay on this sample because I'm decreasing the sustain by hand right here in the playlist, which I show you right now, and nothing else. Let me show you together with the kick and claps. Amazing groove. So good. And guys, the percussion is very simple. This is the original hit of the percussion, which we have a long tail right here. But next, I wanted to make it natural and organic and more professional, because if you listen to the same sample in each shot, it might not sound that great. But right here in the second hit, I'm decreasing the tail right here. Amazing. Next is the same hit as here, right here. Nothing more. And here, the third hit comes in, the volume is decreased around 1 dB and the tail is decreased. Let's listen. It is like a percussion player is playing these sounds, and by these techniques we are reducing the abruptness and digitalness of the samples. And this pattern repeats itself throughout the song, except in here a little bit of a different pattern. Then this fourth shot has the least tail on its own and the least volume on its own. And this is a simple trick you can, guys, you can do some trial and error, and of course use your own taste to make these percussion patterns easily for yourself. Start with a very short bar and then copy it like this, add some variations, and you're good to go. You see, guys, right here, the volume increase. This one minus 1.10, this one minus 0.87, and this one 0 dB. Amazing. Next, guys, we have the hi-hats right here. The first hi-hat, again from Kashmir sample pack, open hi-hat, open hat, number 6, without the processing on it. Right now, the problem with this hi-hat, it is that it has a long tail for this kind of genre that we are not looking for. So I shortened the tail, and it has very low attack on the start of the sample. You see, it is very soft. So I want to add some attack and lower the sustain like this right here. Now it is a hi-hat. And next, I'm increasing a little bit of high end to make it pop out more in the mix, because we don't have high end in this kick that I showed you at the start of the tutorial. So increase around 6 dB. It is a little bit a lot on this hi-hat, but it needed. I turn it off. Hi-hat is in the background. I turn it up. It fills the high end. I turn the 2 processing off. Very mediocre hi-hat. I turn it on. Boom, amazing. Next, there is the next layer of the hi-hat. I wanted to make it more fat and thicker. So this is the second hi-hat. The processing is doing nothing but adding a little bit of high end. And the transient shaper, I think, is doing nothing. Yeah, a little bit of reducing in the sustain. Yeah, that's it. And the both of hi-hats right here. Now we have a very nice and hot hi-hat for our drop. And guys, both of these are from Kashmir sample packs. Next, in the group, I'm processing them a little bit more because these are 2 different samples. I wanted to glue them a little bit more envelope-wise and frequency-wise. So first, transient master, right? Transient master here. I'm reducing the sustain of the both of the hi-hats a little bit more. I turn it off. A subtle difference, but if you pay close attention, you notice this, and this helps to make the drop punchier than before. Next, I'm using this lovely plugin from Ableton, Frequency Shifter, and I'm making the hi-hats darker a little bit. This is kind of tuning these hi-hats, and of course these hi-hats are not tonal samples, they don't have any notes in them, but by making them brighter and darker, you can fit them easily into your drop. Yeah, I highly recommend you to experiment with frequency shifters on your transient and on your drum samples, and you will have amazing results. And after that, I'm reducing a little bit of harsh high ends and nothing, around 1 dB. After that, so the hi-hats with the other elements of the drop right so far. Ooh. Amazing group, and the BPM is at 128. It is turning to an amazing drop. Next, the famous technique, adding open hi-hat at the end of the loops. Amazing trick. First, let's take a listen what this open hi-hat is doing right here. Amazing end to the bars. Very great. And I'm adding a lot of high end right here, around 8 dB, to match with the high end of this hi-hat that I had boosted, around 6 dB right here. And nothing more. And I experimented with the frequency shifter right here a little bit. I wanted to make it more similar to these drums right here, to these hi-hats. It was a little bit dark itself. It is like you are using samples from the same kit and same sample pack by matching the overall brightness of the cymbals together. And by the way, this one is also from Kashmir sample pack. Very easy. Next, we have 2 shakers, very easy. They don't need any explanation at all, from Kashmir sample pack again. The first one, the second one. This is lower and darker, this is more brighter, and together they make a thick shaker sound for you. Let's take a listen to both of them. Very good shaker together with all the other elements of the drums. I turn the shakers off. The energy is gone. The shakers, the energy is back. By the way, the volume of the shakers are very low. They are just adding the energy and they don't get in the way of these main hi-hats. Next one, this is my favorite one in this drop. This is the bass line. And guys, these tech house bass lines, when I started producing, they always confused me and I didn't know how to make them, but they are insanely simple. And the trick is just in the MIDI programming. And it is so funny, the MIDI is also very simple. They are just 3 notes. One note is one of the important notes just jumps 1 octave higher and nothing more. Let's take a listen to the solo of it with the metronome on. Woo! Amazing bass. Fat in the low end and punchy in the high note in the higher octave. Very simple. This is just a sine wave. Right here, analog MIDI sine, the envelope is very short, the mono is turned on, and in the FX, I'm using OTT, after that distortion, and then a filter to cut all the high end. Very easy. And you can download all this project and all these presets, guys, in the description. Next, I'm adding a lot of low frequencies to this bass. This is how much? This is a lot. This is around plus 10 dBs. And I could do this the other way. I could increase the volume right here, and I turn this off and just decrease the high octave notes right here. You can do this mixing stuff in any way that you are most comfortable with. It doesn't matter as long as you reach the goal. So let me turn this back to where it was. And guys, after this EQ, important EQ, because this bass lacked the sub and I wanted to add a lot of fatness to this one by boosting a lot in the low frequency area below the 100 Hz. After that, just a kickstart for the shape, I'm using it, and my usual sidechain at the end of it. This is not necessary on the bass because of the kickstart, but anyway, you can use these 2 sidechains, doesn't matter, as long as it doesn't have clicks in the sub frequencies, and that's it, guys. And guys, I'm lowering the volume of this higher octave here, right here in the velocities. This is 55, the other notes are 81. And this is just a volume mixing thing. You just listen to the sound. If it's too loud, you turn it on. You turn it down. Let's make it at 80, 88 right here, like this one's 81. Yeah. Let's take a listen. This is a little bit high in volume, so I turned it back off like it was. Now it is easy to listen to. Amazing. Very nice bass line. And guys, this is the whole drop of DJ Snake, his hit song, and it has nothing more. And guys, as you have noticed in all my remakes and all my song breakdowns, the simplicity has always been the key to amazing songs. These are very simple, but the sample selection are very careful, and the mixing and the placement of the samples in which part of the frequency spectrum and where you're placing them in the mix are very important, but there is nothing more. And you can do this with the simplest sounds and simplest stuff that you have already right now in your DAW. And after that, DJ Snake just uses some Indian vocal samples. And yeah, I found these vocal samples in Kashmir sample pack. Let's try them out. I think they sound amazing. I have tried them on this beat and yeah, they work amazing. Let's take a listen to. Amazing takeouts. Another vocal right here. All from Kashmir sample pack. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do it right now and don't forget to like this video. I see you in the next one.